He came to the centre of Edinburgh, to Bread Street, to talk cash. The Chancellor's address on currency had been well trailed. His supporters called it a game changer, warning that if Scotland votes yes to independence, he'll say no to sharing the pound.
If Scotland walks away from the UK, it walks away from the pound. And there is an alternative, confident future for Scotland. A future in which the nations of the UK work together to provide economic security for our citizens.
Of course, he might not be Chancellor come the day of any breakup, but in a coordinated assault on the SNP independence plans, Westminster rivals united.
Scotland will not keep the pound if Scotland chooses independence.
I couldn't recommend a currency union to my fellow countrymen. I believe that keeping the UK together is the right answer.
When he came here, the Chancellor laid out his reasons why he didn't think, economically or politically, a currency union could work for an independent Scotland or for the rest of the UK that it left behind. Countries with direct control over monetary policy, he said, cope better with severe economic crises. An independent Scotland would be more exposed to risk. And he said that even if fiscal rules were agreed, that wouldn't necessarily guarantee a stable currency union. The Eurozone crisis had demonstrated that. A recent paper by the independent National Institute of Economic and Social Research shows that Scotland's debt burden, if it were to go it alone, would be 81% of its GDP, which would threaten the stability of any currency union. The Chancellor says that currency unions are unstable and the UK shouldn't have the responsibility of bailing out an independent Scotland, like the EU with Greece. Scotland breaking away would also mean that the UK's growth debt burden would rise from 94% to 104%. George Osborne's latest intervention has been met with a robust response from the Scottish nationalists.
George Osborne wants people to vote no. That's perfectly legitimate for him to argue that case. I thought the former First Minister of Scotland, a no-supporter Labour politician Henry McLeish, summed it up quite well earlier. He said people shouldn't be fooled by the campaign rhetoric that we're hearing from George Osborne and other parties that are against independence.
After their visitor had come and gone, what was the chat on Bread Street about Scotland's dough?
The currency is everything. I mean, it's all in our pockets, man.
My full meaning of independence, have your own currency fully in your own control, 100%. Either way, you have it or you don't have it.
Recent polls show that financial matters are the single most important issue for Scots in deciding how to vote. The clash over currency will be key. James Matthews, Sky News, Edinburgh.